Good morning, and welcome to my life in cloudy, rainy Central Texas. That's okay. Every farm around here needs the rain. Hopefully they've got enough biomass in the soil to absorb some of it so it doesn't just disappear. And I still need to brush my hair. We got started with a few disasters today. The first one being very minor. Somebody kissed me goodbye and left for work. And then he must have realized about the same time I did that the trash bins weren't out at the street. It is garbage day. So I was heading out the back door. I was like, is there room for boxes and stuff? And he's getting back there and taking the bike chain off the bins. And he's like, there's lots of room. So I'm handing him boxes and pulling the kitchen trash. Because even if it's not full, it goes out. Now, the grandson gets this a little better than some people. The oldest grandson does. You do the dishes, you take out the trash, you're done for the day. And, the husband is more of a trash out in the morning because that's when the bins are going out to the street anyway. And we do have to keep them locked up. People don't understand that theft of services is still theft. We've been paying to have 2 trash bins emptied since before the Voldemort virus. I mean, I had asked the company about it. Because Christmas was approaching in 19. I knew there would be a fair amount of trash post-holiday for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas and New Year's. And then we have everyone's birthdays, which the boys are shortly before Halloween. One in September, one in October. And then there's everything else that happens. And then all the adults' birthdays, including my daughter-in-law. Her birthday's in January. And Chip's is in January. And Chucky's is in February after mine. And Scotty, whom I never really see or hear from, his is also, I think, in February. And my son and my best friend Dawn wrap it up on March 2nd, which is also Texas Day. You gotta learn that one, Bob. Yeah, semi-retired Bob is moving to Texas. So he's gotta learn March 2nd, Texas Day. He can even be baptized into being a Texan. They do that at Sam Houston Park, I think. But it's a river on the east side of the state. So it'd be a major vacation for him. Something to do before getting any chickens and things that have to be taken care of. But it would be a good place for a walking video. They've got lots of well-maintained walking paths and pavement. Gotta watch out for the people who go down there and then run around in whatever vehicle they've got because they're so out of shape they don't dare walk. Oh, I am out here with this good-looking boy. Yeah, you're a pretty boy. I love your face. It used to be blonde, now it's white. Yeah, thunder shirt is on because it was raining a little while ago. Anyway, after someone realized the trash bins weren't out and he came back and we took out more trash and then he wheeled both bins out, then the trash trucks came, the garbage trucks, and I had to get into some shoes and start acting like a grown-up. I brought the bins back and locked them back up. theft of service is not cool. If you have internet for your household and you don't mind that the signal gets run down by 3 or 4 or 5 neighbors who figure out how to get into your internet, that's between you and your neighbors and the internet company. But when you get throttled because you're having too much uptime and downtime and they're not getting paid to give you extra service, you might decide to set a better password and tell everyone to go get their own internet service. And when someone has 2 garbage bins and you don't just go over there and help yourself to one. We've had it happen more than once. We report it every time. And then we bought one of the best bike chains you could hope to find. And it's got a reasonably tight plastic tube on it so that it's harder to kink up and break it. Because if you can bind a chain into a kink, get it somewhere solid and hit it with a hammer, that kink is where it's going to break. Some cables the same way. Yeah, puppy, that's birdies. They're not happy about the rain either. It's not raining right this minute, so we're having doggy time. Partly because, oh my gosh, Daddy's not here. And just even from the top of the steps, he can tell other mommy's not here. Other mommy being Boys' mom. She was going to use the red truck today and then realize it's not being treated well. Loki and Lyrical Yeti, the older grandson, who drives, both have keys to the red truck and treat it like a shed. I've had them do that to vehicles before. One of them was a large white van. It was so tempting to get a spray can, you just rattle a can of paint and put free candy on the side, and then keep a bag of candy in there just in case any friends needed a conversation. Like, hey, it worked, you're here, give them a piece. I might need to get a magnetic free candy sign next time I get a van. It'll have to be a white van. A work type with no back windows except for on the door, you know. Okay, yeah, I was talking about other disasters. Anyway, she went off to the gym in my vehicle after we took care of other disaster. Younger grandson cannot get going in the morning without some food that will usually be something that hits his blood sugar. On weekends, he'll go for cereal with milk on it. I think I've convinced him to consume the milk also. It's one of the few moderately passable foods he does take, is the milk. I used to spend extra to get fresh, raw milk, but the dairy is closed up since the Voldemort virus. Sorry, I got something on the screen. Okay. I need more fresh, raw dairy. The kind that starts separating out little flecks of butterfat if it's in the cooler too long in ice crystals form. Because that's good, y'all. And sometimes they would mark that down for me. If that happened, they'd usually mark it $1 off. And if no one bought it, then it would go with other milk to somebody local who has pigs to raise. Are you staying where I can see you? Be good, puppy. I saw so many chickens out this morning. But that makes sense, because chickens are foragers. And a lot of bugs that live in the ground come up when they get rained on. Yeah, there's still one over there in the neighbor's driveway. A bed of caliche meant to be parked on is not the best place to look for worms, but chickens have very small brains. But they also peck up a little bit of gravel for their crops so that they can grind up the hulls of seeds and things. There's another one. Dyson, you're too distracted, boy. If you need to water the truck tires, then do so. Okay. Yeah, the younger boy doesn't get rolling without some kind of caffeine. Usually that'll be a latte or something. And he's got to have his opaque water bottles because that's what he carries stuff in. I typically think of him as Moose and the older boy as Squirrel. Anyone who'd like to guess which fandom that's from can comment. I'll even give a hint. It has not usually been animated. I think it does have one episode where animation is a big part of it. And that animation was a Scooby-Doo crossover. So, Scooby the dog, if you're out there, I don't know if you even watch my stream, but you might guess it. Or you might be able to find the answer faster than some people do. Anyway, he opened a can of Pepsi this morning. The one who needs the caffeine so badly. And it was pre-primed, I swear. A faulty grenade might go off faster, but this was just instantly everywhere. And it was all the way, all up and down him, his clean clothes that he was wearing, his clean clothes that were hung up, the hanger bar in the closet, the back wall of the closet, and much screaming and hurry up and, well, change your clothes. And I just can't, he just could not process and cope that his beloved caffeine had turned on him that way. After much stress and headache, she got him out the door. He finished changing. She got out the door, waited for him in the vehicle, my vehicle, of course. And he finished changing and he got out the door. And tomorrow, star testing starts for his grade. Of course it did. So in an effort to reduce the disasterness of the day, which is already going to be bad because he got off such a rotten start, he's inclined to swear, pound on the wall and the counter in the bathroom, and do other things that basically should not be happening. And yelling and such. He's not going to have a good day today. And he's probably thinking he's got to clean his entire room when he gets home. Well, his mom was already planning to do his wash. And I got the jump on a lot of stuff. When she got back from dropping him off, I met her at his bedroom door. I was headed toward the laundry with a big armload of stuff. I thought it would be enough to fill the washer. But I got it all in there and put a full sheet of the Clean People laundry detergent sheets They're light. I don't have to mess with heavy jugs of detergent. And I have a solid cake of dish soap above the sink for the hand wash items. I get the brush wet and I swish it around on the soap, and then I wash whatever needs washed by hand. And I've got these lightweight things, and I still have a slight strain to my wrist, which is aggravated, of course, because we were hitting each other with sticks last night at Tai Chi. Said facetiously, okay? So we weren't really hitting each other, but the potential was there. And we practiced drill. And for some of us, this is just fine-tuning something that we know. And for the newest kid in the class, or the newest two, seriously, but mostly for the newest kid in the class, the newest guy. He's close to my age, probably. But, it feels really wrong to be going at somebody with a stick if you're not in a martial arts class. It's like, am I going to get arrested? No, but maybe, like me, you wind up with a sore wrist because you're block, stab motions, right? For those who are interested, it is a two-man broadsword set we're practicing. It's essentially basic choreography for a two-man weapon program you can do at a martial arts demonstration or as part of a contest. Or just because it's in your system and you need this one to advance to a certain rank. And rather than get bored doing the same thing over and over and over and over until everyone gets it, the curriculum goes around and around and around. We'll do a little of this for a while, we'll do a little of something else for a while. And that's reasonably cool. And by the time I have to know it, I should be reasonably good at it. But you don't just learn this one and then go do it. You've got to have a partner do it with you. And you've got to practice together well enough that you don't accidentally hit or stab each other when you're demonstrating it for your test or for your contest. But that leaves my right wrist still a little bit strained, because there are a lot of points where you start by making contact, so that jars my wrist, and the heel of the thumb, because that's connected. It's a part of the main muscle mass of the hand, and you've got all the tendons and sinews going from there through the wrist to the arm. You've got stuff that connects from the hand to the forearm, or from the hand to the wrist, and from the forearm to the wrist. So the potential to be sore is definitely there. But I got started on the young man's disaster before his mom headed home. I took a sack of trash out from in there, because teenagers and food wrappers, gross, okay? Teenagers' rooms should not be well tolerated by anyone. And then at one point I got a little more laundry to top up the washer, because I'd put the first lot in and started it, but there was still enough room for a few more shirts. So I went and got a little bit more. Then I gave his mom a mostly empty trash bag, and I took the full bag out, because teenager rooms, gross. Lyrical probably got to school on time because he drives himself to the high school, and it's not very far to the high school. So I got a little bit more stuff for the wash and an armload of the plastic dishes that don't get too hot in the microwave. I know, microwave and plastic, yuck. I'm doing my best, but they were microwaving stuff on paper plates and in paper bowls that had a plasticky coating. So it was still microwave and plastic, and either food getting sizzling hot on the plastic or food being put sizzling hot on the plastic all the time for everybody. Too many plastics get dangerous when the hot food goes on them. I mean, if you're just making some tuna salad sandwiches, go ahead, enjoy them, have a nice day. But if you're going to make a hot steak and put it on a disposable plate that's made of plasticky foam or paper that has a plastic layer to keep, grease proof. No, that's a bad idea. You have to let things rest in the pan, not on the plate. And then when it's below the temperatures that damage the plastic, then you put it on the plate. Because if it's that hot, you don't need to eat it yet either. And the sprinkles have started again, so doggy time is over. And this will only 22 minutes, so I'll probably do some more video in a little while. But y'all have hopefully a better morning than Moose did. Moose and Squirrel. One has the room next to his mama, the other one has the room next to me. I swear, if we had a swear jar, these boys would never have money. Probably need to. Or just label something swear jar and not even put it anywhere visible until I've got it full of dimes and quarters and pennies and stuff. That would be hilarious. Quarters usually go in a separate little jar because that way, if you need just $2, it's fast to grab. You ready to go in, puppy dog? I think doggy time is over. Like I said, well, no, now it's not sprinkling. So I don't know. But anyway, the dishwasher is running. The dryer and the washer are running. And the daughter got some time at the gym today anyway. So the day is a little bit less of a disaster than it might have been because I was up and ready to be involved. I think I'm going to go brush my hair. I haven't done that yet. And then there might be a ball cap or there might be a ponytail. The undercut is growing out, but it's long enough to get it into a ponytail now. Or I can start doing that Star Wars Chicks thing. Do one ponytail down low and make a couple bumps out of it, and make the other one up high and make a couple ones and get that look happening. But I don't think I need to. I'm not as young as cute. Being as young and cute as somebody who plays the teenage lead in a Star Wars movie would be nice. I'll handle for just being in better shape. And part of it is just getting up and doing more. daughter didn't have to do that whole disaster of a bedroom by herself. Anyone who has been inclined to open a soda pop and have it go everywhere knows exactly how much of a primed mistake that can be. But I still have time. I'm gonna brush my hair. Y'all, do something that's good for you today. A few extra strokes with the hairbrush. Dig out some weights or some resistance bands that you might have bought and never used or whatever. If it works, you can do it. If you can fog a mirror, you can change your life. And oh yeah, I invited comments about Moose and Squirrel and the particular fandom that particular reference comes from, and it ain't Rocky. It's not Rocky and Bullwinkle. Never did like that one. I'd always watch Mr. Peabody and the rest of those little mini cartoons, but I could live without Rocky and Bullwinkle. But that's just personal preference. Come on, puppy, I gotta brush my hair. Take care of yourself, do something that's good for you. And if you have the opportunity, it's perfectly alright to do something that's good for someone else. We got a lot done in somebody's room today, and that's cool. Yeah, puppy. Yeah. We got more boxes coming later. Oh, yeah, he's back up here next to me. We're gonna go inside, buddy, because it's getting drippy again. The chickens, I promise, they will be happy. They will be eating some bugs. They will. Chickens like to eat bugs. They are little bug-eating dinosaurs. Okay, sitting on hard surfaces is kind of painful. And these new little leaves on this citrus are coming along nicely. 2 down there, 2 up there, and an older leaf that it was limping along with for a while. And that's fine. Let me look at the color on these blueberries. Yep. I think I'm going in. It is drippy, drippy, drippy. And I got packages coming today. What fun. One has already been delivered. It was some tea, sugar-free, from Sam's Club. And it's about the only thing I've found so far that makes Chunky drops palatable. Not palatable, but bearable. That stuff's nasty. Okay, y'all take care of yourselves. Eat something healthy. I said the daughter went off to the gym, but she's doing that on just coffee. I work out fasted too, but dang. Go ahead, puppy. Yeah. Be good. Grandma wants you to be okay. Bye-bye.